Ah, hello there. Apologies, it seems you caught me in the middle of something. I know you're pointing again at me, but could you perhaps give me a second to finish? I was very nearly done with what I was doing and... no. Alright, I'm stepping away. How have you been, might I ask? It's been a while since we met, and I hate to admit, I've been wondering what you've been up to. Of course I know it's you. You're the agent I interrogated back at the Arctic Missile Facility. Even though you were in a guard uniform, when we met, it's impossible not to recognize that posture. The posture of a trained killer like myself. Funny, this time I'm the one in the guard uniform typing on the console and you're the one holding the pistol. Strange how that works. Did you recognize me beneath this gear? Is that why you went out of your way to hold me up like this? I thought so. Don't worry, I'm not offended. Aiming guns at one another is just a spy way of saying hello. And don't think I haven't noticed your finger isn't actually on that trigger. You have no intention of shooting me, do you? Okay. Perhaps I don't quite have as much of a read on you as I thought. Good thing you knocked out all the guards in the area unconscious. Otherwise, they'd no doubt be swarming us this very second. Before we get started in whatever this is, I have to say it's lovely to see you again. I knew you'd escaped the cuffs I bound you in, but I was still worried. Our conversation back at that facility was the most human interaction I've had in a very long time. And I would have hated for you to get captured and killed. Now, you're planning on interrogating me, aren't you? Isn't that lovely and poetic? Go ahead, ask your questions. Why am I in a guard uniform? Not the question I was expecting. I suppose I could ask you why aren't you in one, couldn't I? It seems we rubbed off on each other. The security in this facility is much tighter than the one we previously met in. And given that it's owned by the same terrorist group, I thought a change in tactics might be in order. Plus, perhaps I wanted to prove to myself I could do what you do. What about you? What compelled you to climb through the air vents and knocked out the guards? That didn't seem like something you were too interested in last time. I thought so. It seems we have a similar mindset. Great mind thinks alike, as they say. Could I perhaps ask you a question now, since I answer yours so swiftly? Never mind then. If that's the case, please, ask away. Though I don't recall being quite this aggressive when I interrogated you. Oh, the concussion don't count. You were trying to escape. I wouldn't have hurt you otherwise, but go ahead. Time is wasting, and I'm curious about what you're going to ask. My motivation. That was what I wanted to ask you. Though, again, like I said, we really can't trust a word that comes out of each other's lips, can we? Even though I was being honest last time we met. And, you know, I was because those nukes didn't end up firing at a single target. Who's to say I'm being honest now? It's all part of the game. It's what keeps things fun and fresh. I can't trust you, you can't trust me. But, I promise, you can trust me. But what I'm telling you is the truth. Unless it isn't. It's really up to you to decide. My motivations are the same as last time. This facility has nukes, and I'm here to disarm them. Since we met, I have successfully disarmed 3 other of Jericho's facilities. I'd say the government needs to do a better job of stopping these people from getting nukes. But then that's what I'm here for, isn't it? Or should I say, we? Oh yes, I've looked you up. My information is the best after all. I had some of my informants fill me on your new background, your exploit, the spy equivalent of a scroll through your date's social media feed. I was impressed with you when we met, even more so after seeing what you've done. All those missions, and you didn't get captured once, until we met. You've quite the reputation. I'm surprised I haven't heard of you before. It's your reputation that makes me confident you're not going to shoot me. And why, in fact? I believe we're actually on the same side. And this is all just a bit of theatrics on your part. A bit of fun. So my friend, before this all gets tiresome, which it's already dangerously close to being, either shoot me or lower your weapon. And let's move this plot along. Lovely. Let me guess, as I predicted, our 2 organizations have the same motive, don't they? Like they did last time? I hope you still got paid for it. Ah, you looked me up as well? Did you like what you saw? Very good. I'm glad we're on the same page for once. I'm certainly glad you haven't shot me. Typically, everyone I meet in the field tries to kill me. So, you're a very welcome change of pace. Speaking of pace, however, I do believe we need to wrap this up, so if you give me just a moment. Apologies if that startled you. The console, as I mentioned, they increased the security. Despite my best attempts, I couldn't quite crack it, and those missiles were about to launch. Thankfully, the console can't launch if the console isn't working, can it? Yes, I'd noticed that line. An unfortunate downside to the console malfunction, but I think we'd both rather get shot at over some poor country getting wiped out, wouldn't we? That being said, I think we should leave before said shooting begins, shouldn't we? I'll sneak out the way I came, and you climb through the air. Oh, you want me to come with you? Very well. It'd be nice to have someone watching my back for a change. Come on then, before the goon squad shows up. And do move quickly. I hate to leave you behind. There. Yeah, it wasn't too bad now, was it? They didn't even see us. I have to say, despite the physical demands of this career, that sprint was very unpleasant. A lot of my job is actually just waiting for the perfect opportunity to move or knock somebody out. Running doesn't come into it often. Ah, but look at that. See those jets? Bombers. They're moving in to destroy the facility now that the nukes are disarmed. Simultaneously, there are all other agents at other facilities doing the same thing we just did. A coordinated strike? Hopefully not multiple agents from multiple organizations bumping into one another like we did. But you know what that means. You and I just saved the world, my friend. Always nice when that ends up happening, isn't it? A rare occurrence, but a good one. You know what else is good? I can turn my back to you and not wonder if I'm gonna find a knife stuck in it. Do you know how rare that is in this line of work? When it's not just us that we can rely on? It's exceptionally rare, but I suppose this is the end of our little whatever you want to call this. The world is so big, and I doubt we'll ever meet again for the third time. Unless... Who is it you work for, if I might ask? FBI? CIA? Oh, you're a mercenary, an independent contractor. Which surely means whatever job you've been contracted on, it should be over once you return. Why am I asking? Well, I'm only asking because maybe I could get you to work for my organization. The pay is good, the support is excellent, and the work lets you sleep at night, which is always a plus. What do you say? Want to work with someone you can trust for a change rather than on your own? Oh, yes, I completely understand. You need to return to your employer before you can think about any more work. But if you are interested, here's how you can contact me. It's a bit complicated, but that's how it is in this game, isn't it? I suppose then this will be us splitting up, won't it? At least for now, it's been a pleasure working with you. And I'm very glad I didn't have to give you a concussion this time. What's that? Of course, I remember saying that spy version of hello. Why do you bring it up? You want to show me the spy version of goodbye? Whatever could that be? That's... that was, lovely. Farewell, my friend. Yes, I think I'll enjoy working with you too. Until then, though. Goodbye, and stay safe.